edition of the Atlantic Youth Touch Cup here at the University of Limerick, and it's France taking on South Africa in the round robin in the girls under 18 competition. Now, South Africa are 1 from 1 after beating the host Ireland by a single point. France drew with Wales in their only game so far. So this game, it could really go either way. England, of course, the favourites. They put 14 past Wales and 16 past Ireland. So it doesn't really help us too much with how this game might go. But it's France, of course, in the traditional navy up against the dark green of South Africa. And it's been taken on by Leah Martin Mendes Lopez out there in the middle alongside the French link and wing. But unfortunately, first turnover of the day goes to South Africa, who have shut out the French at the first time of asking. The girls under 18s is a category that we expected to be dominated by England, and that's how things have gone so far. France, Wales, Ireland, South Africa, they're all the other in this instance. England have a plus 30 points difference and have conceded just 3. There's nothing that those two sides can do about it for now. All they can do is push forward and hope to finish in that top 2 spot, which would secure them a guaranteed place in the semi-final and save them a game on Sunday when the round robin reaches its conclusion and we enter the finals series, playoffs for a place in the semi-final. Another good turnover. France moving a little bit laterally. Touch made on Scarlett Chauffel. Again, good line press. Touch on Alice Ferreton. Here's Ferreton again. Quick pick up by Athena. Bertholon almost through. Forced to lay it back for the South Africans. And they're driving up over the 10 metre for the first time. Good to see a bit of South African action inside the French half. Taken on by Megan Abrahams, who leaves the field. And the ball is loose there. I think it's going to be another turnover. Unfortunately, Amy Carr forced to cough it up to the French. Well, if you're a fan of France or South Africa, don't go anywhere because they play each other in our final game of the day. Tap off at 6:10 in the women's under 20 competition. But for now, it's France in the 18s, rolling round the corner through Talia Duneman. And then some good acceleration from Scarlett Chauffel. Duneman, whose sister is also playing in the under 15s competition, the mixed, or sorry, she may well be in the under 18s mixed, is Talia Duneman's sister of the same name. Regardless, a loose pass, hands possession back to South Africa, and it's rolled back by Abrahams, or by Munsami that time. And here is Munsami heading towards the box. Plenty of changes in the offense for South Africa. Got to get on quickly because they're a little bit short-handed here. Here comes South Africa again. Yet to really threaten France inside their own half, and loose ball may well cost them that opportunity. Instead, it's back on the inside from Tatum Alix Peters. But the referees do come to the decision that it's a turnover on halfway. Played away by Chauffel, again operating in the middle, this time with Violet Porro. Here's Duneman. Talia Duneman shows and goes over the 10, lays it back. Carried on by Lena Boutaleb. Boutaleb again off the deck. Here's Nina Goodman. Touch taken by Fournier. Goodman. Joël Bouepez unfortunately is caught and has to give it up. And South Africa play off the deck through Peters. That's a good drive, a better drive that's got the French back pedalling. Another good carry from Peters. And I think they've won a penalty there as well, South Africa. So a set of 6. Hard touch is the call, well worn by Peters. So 6 touches from the 10 metre should hand them a chance to strike. Dummy not bought, so over goes Amelie Visser. Ball inside from Nuna Levi. Here's Levi. Visser. Levi again. Levi and Visser doing all the work themselves at the moment for South Africa. First time they've charged into the French half. Nice ball into the path of Abrahams. And here's Levi. Big miss pass. Oh, lovely show and go, and they're over. What a score for South Africa. Finished off in the end by Talia Zenabe Steele. This is a fantastic score. All the work done by Levi and Visser through the middle. And that's a fantastic shape pass. And then the step off the right boot. Bang, away from Clarisse Fournier for the opener. And France's early pressure has been buffeted. And now Ferraton must carry on instead. France look to respond through Berthelon. Ferraton. Berthelon. Steps off the right boot and reaches out. Oh, a conversation to be had with the officials. The try given. What a finish by Athena Berthelon. Not much on here. It's good speed on the ball, but then just weaving away on the outside. The winger put the hand up, but no touch given by the referee. So here comes South Africa with their first tap from halfway, looking to respond. Nice carry from Vetter. Vetter back on the inside, now plays half. Kaylee Charton, Vetter. Charton at half, round the corner comes Peters, sliding in from a mile out. A great dive, but no try given. Good defence from the French. France needing a bit of momentum to be injected into their transition. Off goes Talia Juman. Well, in fact, that time it was Lina Bouteleb. Oh, what a carry by Chauffel. Little show and go from Joey Buepez. Goodman. Big step off the right boot from Martin Mendes Lopez. Lofted over the top. What a grab! Over go France. Will it be a forward pass or will it be a try scored? Forward pass is the call. And Manon Lefi is denied. A fantastic score. Well, Lefi with a great grab, diving over. It remains 1-1 after that. Try was disallowed for a forward pass, and now South Africa can transition. Here they come, racing round the corner, taken on by the try scorer Steele. Ball back on the inside from Visser. Into her centre partner, Nuna Levi. Levi, great delay on the pass to find Abrahams. All the way to the edge for Anya Abrahams that time. Almost away. Good work from South Africa, testing France, but good defence by the French, and now Goodman can ride the right-hand touchline. Taken on again by Anes Amelin. Berthelon. A barnstorming carry from Ferraton. And stepping off the right comes Isura Longlow. Penalty. France with a fresh set of 6 and a chance for them to take the lead. Ferraton hands it off and is there at the half. And feeds Amelin. Forced back to the 7. Anne Hamelin. Ferraton. Amelin gets it on the return. Steps on the outside. But Anya Abrahams that time got in the way. With Megan Abrahams assisting at the link. Still France have touches in the chamber. Berthelon weaving towards the left-hand side. Well read by South Africa, who are forced to retreat. Forward pass out of the palm of Isura Longlow. South Africa survive on the stroke of the 10-minute mark. And now have a chance to counter instead. One more game to come after this. It's a repeat of this fixture in the women's under-20s competition. France again play South Africa. And South Africa up over halfway in the 18s. Round 3, but both sides have played just once. A draw for France against Wales, a loss for South Africa. Bit of a late touch there. The French player too busy saying sorry to get back and defend. Good winding run from Carr. In the end, the penalty's given, so the apology was worth it. Carr with a tap. Good drive. Straight through the centre from Rebecca Breed. And now on the outside goes Araujo. Finds the pass. Great finish. Sophia Costa. Through to score on the right wing. Lovely run from Gabriela Araujo. The link always forced to retreat back onside. Nicely weighted pass. Manon Lafitte had to bite in. And it allowed South Africa to score their second try. And the touch box go ahead. Oh, no touch. And still no touch. Excellent footwork. What a run that is. That's first touch for Scarlett Schofield in a fantastic position. Doonman. Schofield. Doonman again. Slides in herself. Had the winger free, but the touch was made. Good work from Tatum Peters. Sheffield lays it back. Big moment in the game. France need to stay in touching distance with South Africa, and they dump short of the 7, short of space, but over still goes Scarlett Schofield and scores the second. France level again. What a game in our penultimate of the day here. It's been a long day of touch. First tap off at 9 a.m. And here we are at 20 past 5 with high quality touch rugby on show here at the second Atlantic Youth Touch Cup. Level again. South Africa, though, will have tap on halfway in 6 touches to make ground with Levi in the centre alongside Visser. Nice footwork from Steele. Levi. Good pick up from Visser. Levi scoops through the hole and dives over. Well, across came Leah Martin Mendez Lopez to make the touch. And a crucial one as well. She was the only hope for France there. Levi, good delay on the pass. Abrams, looks for the ball back on the inside. It comes off Nina Goodman. So I think it will be a fresh set of 6 for France. In fact, it's just laid back, so short of time here, the South Africans. Visser, good pick up from Levi, but just short of options. Nuno Levi. So Visser again takes touch. This time Abrahams is sweeping around the outside. And look at the little hitch kick to go. Oh, the show and go. And again, it's a try saver from Martin Mendez Lopez. Good to see a bit of what Megan Abrams could do. And then Visser slips the net. Desperate for support. Visser free in the end zone. Picks out Levi. Fantastic work from the 2 middles again. Nuna Levi this time benefits from the top work of Amelie Visser. Lost the cap, but scooted straight through instead. Good distraction from Steele. And then the patience, the composure here. Nuna Levi stacked it in the end zone and got back to her feet to regather. And that puts South Africa ahead. Outstanding play. But here comes Alice Ferton again. In combination with Clarice Fournier, but forced to turn it over instead. Is this the turning point in the game for South Africa? They really struggled in that opening 5 minutes or so, but 10 minutes later and they're up by 3 tries to 2. Here come the South African substitutes. Great work on the transition. That's a fantastic scoop, but unfortunately Demi Vetter not allowed to penalise the French for their lackadaisical defending. Penalty given. And taken wide instead by Lina Boutaleb, who lifts it off the deck again for Juman. Boutaleb. Schofield. Schofield around the outside. Finds Boutaleb. Knew it was last touch, had to throw the Hail Mary past. It was never going to threaten the South Africans, but better from France. And now they've got South Africa contained a long way from their box as well. So it's going to be good hands from South Africa to get out of here. First touch made, quick ball. Chucked off the deck by Vetter. And Vetter again looking for support round the corner. Gave it away, and now France could threaten South Africa here while the changes are being made. But the referee slows it down, and that's a bit of a lifeline for South Africa, who are now well set. France looking to level things up again. Sent back by the referee a second time. Olymp Pauli on the field for the first time. Picks out Porro, racing towards the 7. Pauli directing traffic. Here's Juman. Draws the touch. Quick ball away from Juman. Now Schofield back on the inside. Juman goes over. Peters says, I made the touch, and the referee agrees. So Juman has to lay it back. Scarlett Schofield all the way wide. Schofield again, stepping through 2 defenders and going over. Touch made by Demi Vetter. And in the end, oh my, well, I think the try has actually been given. Goodness me, what a finish by Scarlett Schofield, stepping through 2 defenders. I thought she'd been caught, but in the end, Vetter couldn't get there. And South Africa have been pegged back level again. Here they are again, though, Levi and Visser in the midfield. Visser, wide pass for Abrams, who shows and goes, and Bentaleb catches her on the line. It's Anya Abrams all the way left as well, with the Abrams of the Megan variety at link. But it's still Levi, and here's Steele at link on the other side. This is that most dangerous South African pod. Fantastic line speed from who else but Leah Martin Mendes Lopez. An absolute brick wall for France. Now, South Africa's best attacking pod meets the France's best defensive one, but they've coughed it up in transition before they could get the bright sparks on to attack. So Steele will have another strike. It's a missed opportunity there. (3-3) here with 2 minutes to go to half-time. It's absolutely flown by so far. France with time still to make an impact. Hunted down by the South Africans. Good work from Amy Carr. Oh, a little dummy touch. Didn't take it. Stole the extra yards instead. Sacrificed their momentum for it. The French show and go. Big dummy. Has them in behind. Great work from Hamelin again. Barthelon already a try in this game. And now winding their way through. Have they gone the full length? Touch made. France denied. Have South Africa got the time or the inclination to take the lead again in this game before half-time? Around the outside goes Gabriela Araujo. Heads towards the box, though. South African changes in the offing. Will they have a chance to strike? France shoot out the line, make the touch. It's Charlton. Picked up by Vetter, but that's all she wrote in this most recent attacking foray. 24 seconds past the 19th minute. We're into our final 30 of the first half. South Africa get it back. Is 20 seconds enough for them to challenge? Not at this current pace of play. Abrams, Peters. Vetter. I think the clock's going to beat South Africa to the line here, unless Peters can go the length. Indeed, we will stay at a stalemate going into the second half. Flying touch from Joe Buepez brings an end to the first half. Two sides looking for their first win of the competition. France have already drawn once today in the under-18 girls competition to Wales, 5 apiece, and they're level with South Africa in round 3 of the girls under-18 competition here at the University of Limerick, our penultimate game at the Atlantic Youth Touch Cup 2025. Three between two sides in the under-18 girls competition, yet to win in the round-robin stage. They've got to finish as high as they can in the competition in order to seed themselves and head straight through to a semi-final. First, second and third all make it through to the semis. There's a playoff between fourth and fifth, which you'd like to avoid. At the moment, Ireland have lost both games, and they currently sit in that position. France are 1 game, 1 draw, whereas South Africa beat Ireland by just a single point. So they're looking for their second win here. And a great ball out wide. Almost leads to a try. Across came Manon Lafitte to make the touch. So apologies, slightly mistaken about what's at stake here. South Africa did in fact beat Ireland by a point after Ireland suffered a tough loss to England in their opening game. And Wales drew with France, who also suffered a tough loss to England in their second game of the round. England, of course, the favourites, currently on plus 30 points after their 2 fixtures. But a win here for France would turn it around, and they'd actually head into their game with England undefeated, knowing that a half-decent result on points difference would secure their spot in the latter stages, with a game against Ireland still to come. A game which way they will fancy themselves in if they can beat South Africa here. Cagey start to the second half for both sides, a sharing of possession in our opening minute here. Good scoop through the centre, off goes Amy Carr. Turnover again, this time closer to halfway, maybe a chance for France. Martin Mendez-Lopez, and now Goodman scooping through. Bouet-Pez. Boutaleb finds Omelin. Omelin still going. Boutaleb on the edge. Caught by the winger, Anya Abrahams. Laid back for Omelin. Ferreton. Omelin dives from a long way out. South Africa keep them out. South Africa to go 2 from 2 with a win here. It will be France's second draw if things stay the way they are. Off goes Sahuri Munsami, who leaves the field as she lays it back. Changes for South Africa. Might be able to get on the outside of the French press with another pass. That's for turning over touch games, not making coffee. And the pass is forward and offside. So France do have it back. Nice ball. Oh, lifted over the top. Boutaleb in behind. Passes back on the inside. But it can't be held by Anne Omelin. But best move of the half for France so far. It's on a bit of a knife edge here. We saw a really nervy game, just like this one, that finished 3-3 between Lebanon and South Africa early on. But this time, South Africa have made the first real mistake of the second half, and it should allow France in. I'd be very surprised if it stayed 3-3 at the end of this game. Violet Porro out there in the centre alongside Scarlett Chauffin, who scored a great try, stepping inside and out of 2 defenders in the first half. Here is Chaufel. Chaufel sliding in again. Touched just about by Kaylee Charton. Scarlett Chaufel. Porro takes the touch. Chaufel again. Dummies all the way through, but hand went up. Touch was made, but was she offside? Indeed, it's a turnover. Good defence again from Kaylee Charton. South Africa with a fantastic transition in the meantime, putting the work in and making the yards. Steele. Great drive off Steele's offload by Megan Abrahams. Oh, it's a good ball. In fact, that great run was by Annalie Visser, of course, out there in the middle with Levi. Visser. Abrahams puts a hand up on the right-hand side, but instead, Levi brings Visser around the corner. Levi goes for the quick one. Great line from Abraham, but a good read by France's Lena Boutaleb. 5 minutes in and a stalemate it remains. Yet to have a scoreless half. Only 5 minutes in, quarter of the way through, but would be remarkable. Over the top from Junmern. Still to the edge. Boutaleb eventually caught by Abrahams. Goodman. Good pickup by Martin Mendez-Lopez, who's there again to scoop. Leah Martin Mendez-Lopez steps on the outside, and then her hair's just been caught and given us the 6th touch. That's unfortunate. Leah Martin Mendez-Lopez caught by the ponytail there. Well, if it was any tighter a touch, then could have been some serious repercussions. Instead, Steele can transition for South Africa. Oh dear, bad place to give it away. Leah Martin Mendez-Lopez now driving on. Flicked off the deck from Fournier. Goodman. Fournier coming to this short side, but now sent the other way by Leah Martin Mendez-Lopez. Goodman. Turnover. Penalty for South Africa. That's a shame. Could have been a first real chance of the second half. Instead, Carr will bring it away. Good line speed by France. Nice footwork. But Gabriela Araujo is sent back. South Africa transition a little too slowly there, and they might lose some ground here. Good touch from Fournier. And again, great line speed from Leah Martin Mendez-Lopez, and she wins it back for France inside the African half. Fournier. Acceleration from Joël Bouépez. Off the deck from Boutaleb. Lovely ball back inside. Boutaleb draws in the winger. Up to the 7, France. Oh, it's another penalty. I think another forward pass. They're hot on that in this game. Off the deck from Charlton. Good run from Tatum Peters. Lays it back for Sophia Costa, and there's Steele around the first defender. Great pickup. Levi, Steele, good hands, skips around the first. Lovely footwork from Talia Zanib Steele. But in the end, they ran out of touches. Brighter stuff from South Africa. Maybe we will find a winner in this game. Not a lot on for France, but they can't afford to give it away there. Visser. Peters. Visser again. Hint of a forward pass. They've laid play on, and now Levi skips through the side. Just about caught. Huge touch by Scarlett Chaffel. Levi. Visser. Puts on the handbrake for now, Levi. Looking to draw the touch. But it wasn't made. Then it was made rather strongly. So it is a penalty given away by Joël Bouépez. Or in fact, it was Scarlett Chaffel who's been penalised. They've got to encroach on Nuna Levi. And now she'll look to strike. Touch made by Chaffel. Levi looking the most dangerous here. Abrahams and Abrahams to her right. At Lincoln wing. But she'll go herself. Nua Levi again dives in. But wins another penalty. A second within the 7 for Nua Levi. She taps and goes. And picks out Visser. Oh, the roll ball. It's poor. And it's a Huge opportunity wasted by South Africa. Steele, good line speed, but France head towards the box. Strong carry again from Talia Juneman. Up comes Anya Abrahams to make the touch. Another good carry, this time from Joe Buipez. Goodman. Good pick-up. South Africa offside. Leah Martin-Mendez-Lopez is going to go the full length and she picks out the winger. And France have taken the lead. Leah Martin-Mendez-Lopez. Her defence in the first half was fantastic. But they've had to give up possession. And that try has been cancelled. Oh, I think it was a forward pass in the end. That's so unfortunate. Could have been the breakthrough. Would have been a great try as well for Manon Lafitte, her second of the game. South Africa with a good drive here. They're up over the 10-metre. Good line speed from France to force the turnover. Just as it was looking threatening, Joe Buipez gets involved. Leah Martin-Mendez-Lopez, is she the one to turn this game around? France would hate to draw 2 against the likes of Wales and South Africa with tough games against England on the horizon. South Africa would love to stay undefeated, but even better with 2 wins from 2. But off goes Boutaleb, up to the 7. Alice Ferraton. Athena Berthelon. Ferraton, where are the options there? Oh, it's just wide. Alice Ferraton went scooping through but couldn't pick out Lena Boutaleb. And South Africa survive again. So, of course, the half can't score, so they have to fish around in the try area until someone is available. And that time they missed out. Taken on by Sahira Munsami, who leaves the field. And then off the deck from Sophia Costa. Oh, beautiful footwork from Anya Abrahams. Driven on with great intent by Demi Vetter. But unfortunately the touches ran out. 7.5 minutes to go. We're still level at 3 apiece. I was sort of joking when I thought that we might have a scoreless half, but we're well over halfway and there's yet to be a score. This is the kind of run that could open up the game from One Hamelin. And I think she's won a penalty for France as well. Boutaleb with a tap. Juman goes direct. Boutaleb at half. Scarlett Chauffel. Chauffel in charge in the middle. Wants it on the return. Chauffel darting for the line. 2 touch box crash into one another as they look to make the touch. There's a decision to be made here. And it's just France being sent back to the 7-metre line. Still a chance. Violet Porro. Juneman. Chauffel. Juneman. Porro outsider. Winds up to go the other way. And instead the touch is made and it's a turnover for South Africa. Going half for the intercept, half for the touch. But Amelie Visser's caught. And we remain locked up at 3 tries apiece. Good run from Peters. Steele. No touch. Steele away. Steps off the right boot. This is the moment. Steele's going to go the length. Second try of the game for Talia Zainab Steele. What a finish. The first try of the second half comes almost 15 minutes into the game. Beautiful work. There was an offside call given against the French defenders. So suddenly there was just one winger to beat. And Steele had the acceleration. And the touch box take the lead with just 5 minutes to go. Here come France. Can they respond straight away after labouring to a scoreless 15 minutes? Goodman. Great pickup. Leah Martin-Mendez-Lopez. Caught by Mansami, but there she goes again. Leah Martin Mendez Lopez dives over. But South Africa have saved themselves again. Well, there'll still be time for France to respond here, but that's an incredible shutout in the context of this game from the touch box. Looking for their second win from 2 games and to announce themselves as the best of the rest outside of England in this under-18s category.
Is there any reason the team would restart from halfway unless there was a try?
Ball over the top, and it's off target.
Unless it's a penalty in a certain area.
Unless it was a penalty in a certain area.
Look like close to the halfway.
Got close to the halfway.
Leah Martin Mendez Lopez. France driving out their own half. They can't afford a mistake here. Another try, and that might be lights out. Round the corner comes Athena Bethalon. Big step off the left boot from Bethalon, who's phasing through. Where are the options? Bethalon finds the pass. Down goes Isira Longlow. And the try's given. France have levelled it up. The game has come alive in the final 5 minutes. Bethalon scooped through, and there's a sea of green surrounding her there. But the link and winger were free. And in the end, it was great movement from Isira Longlow. South Africa, all of a sudden, are back where they started. Steele, great acceleration. Not surely again. Steele on the outside eventually gives the pass to Anya Abrams, who cuts back against the grain. Touch taken by Levi. Levi sends Abrahams round the corner. She's got Visser to her left, who plays half. Not enough momentum there to strike, but still with touches in the chamber. Here is Levi now, putting the hammer down, delaying the pass. Steele is over again. Could it be a hat trick? Touch given, and South Africa have been denied. What a game in this under-18 girls competition. A true testament to the quality of the sport worldwide. Oh, the ball has come loose. And South Africa are looking to respond as quickly as they can. Wide pass from Abrahams, and it's another score. What a try. The first slip up of the second half. And it's led to a try right in the corner. Look at the work here from Megan Abrahams. Waiting for no one there, and a perfectly weighted pass. Over goes Sophia Costa to score the 5th. And France are behind again with 2 minutes to go. It was 5-5 when they played Wales, and that scoreline is still very much on here for France. But for South Africa, it was a 1-point win over Ireland. And that could also be the result in this fixture. Both their second game in the under-18 competition. Off goes Bethalon, caught just shy of the 7, and it's a turnover and a penalty to boot. Could that spell the end for France? South Africa will have to give them another opportunity here. If they burn these touches, it will be game over. And what a game it's been. To the left-hand side goes Sahura Mansami. Here come the changes for the touch box. Vetter carries beyond halfway. Good scoop from Peters. Vetter draws another touch, and that's time. So here we go. 1 minute for France. 1 set of 7. A loss and a draw will be devastating with England still to play. South Africa looking to secure their place in the semi-finals, which they will do if they finish 2nd or 3rd in the round robin, which looks significantly more likely if they can hold on here. But France are up to the 7. Martin Mendez Lopez going for it on the inside. Try given. Leah Martin Mendez Lopez has levelled it up again. Goodness me, the tension on field one when she went over. It's the quietest it's been all day. Look at the French fans behind the try line, but they don't really know if it's scored. 5 seconds to go. This is last chance for saloon for South Africa. Here goes Steele, Abrahams, Levi. Nothing but a winning score here. No touch can be made from this point onwards. The buzzer will go. What a grab by Levi to keep the game alive. Visser. Levi to the open side. Chucks the long ball. Steele puts it down. There may well have been cover there for the French, but regardless, that's the game. A huge moment in the pool because France have survived a second time. A 5-5 draw with Wales, followed up by a 5-5 draw with a touch box. Both teams stay undefeated, but in the end of the day, it's not the result that either side wanted, with heavy hitters England on the horizon. But it's the game of the day here on field one. What a contest. Nothing to split the sides. South Africa 5, France 5, with both sides still able to qualify in second, third or first in the pool and head to the semi-finals. Goodness me, what a game. Well, if you weren't satisfied with the standard of touch, I think it's going to go up a notch because we head to the women's under-20s for a rematch between France and South Africa to close out our coverage on day one of the Atlantic Youth Touch Cup 2025. We'll be back in a few moments' time.